Welcome. We're just finished filming 3 video podcasts, and I just thought I'd quickly show you behind the scenes and then also jump on the podcast and ask our customers how they found the experience today. Let's go through. So first thing to do is not to trip over anything. There's a lot of cables and wires in here. The setup today, we have 2 cameras here, a wide shot on the main table with up to 4 people talking. And then we have a second camera getting close-ups of individuals as they talk, and then we'll cut that out in post to make it blend really well. The audio station is here. Something really cool we've been doing today is we have a Zoom call coming in to the studio, and that enables us to basically have a hybrid conversation with someone remotely in the studio. So it's like a podcast plus a webinar combination, and the team in the studio here gets to listen to the Zoom call via their audio headsets, and then the microphones obviously work through. So it's like a seamless conversation they're able to have. It's effectively having more people in the studio, so it works really well. We have some fill lights here to help make the subject pop during the podcast. So yeah, that's the setup. Let's just crash their conversation. Hi both.
Hey.
Welcome.
You good?
Great.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you?
Oh, really good, thanks.
Yeah.
It's nice to be on this side of the camera for a change.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you look good. You should be on camera more.
Yeah.
Thank you, Levy. That's very nice of you to say.
Of course.
So I just wanted to ask you a few questions. We just filmed, I think, episode 21, 22 of your podcast, The Compounding Lounge.
Yes.
And I just wanted to sort of ask you how it's going, and how do you find the format?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think it's like our most converting format probably. You can tell from a complex product like ours, people need to see us and hear us and understand us.
And what kind of subjects do you talk about in the podcast? It's a lot of episodes. How do you come up with new ideas?
Yeah, it's like it's economy, of course, and investment, but it's everything from momentum investing to psychology.
So you're like looking at your ecosystem as a business and plucking ideas to talk about.
Yeah.
And obviously I know who we have on, but it's guests ranging from customers to experts in the industry, and it just gives you the ability to kind of just bounce new ideas.
Yeah, I mean, we've had ideas in the podcast that I think we could have applied to our product.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And we move the studio around quite a lot, but how do you find working with us on a regular basis?
I mean, it's awesome. I think you're very flexible. Like today, we couldn't be at the normal location, so you figured it out, and here we are, and the lighting works, and everything's cool. So
super professional, and you really feel at home.
Oh, thank you very much.
I just not flew in, but I got here, just landed in the seat, and everything's working and set up.
Wonderful. Yeah. I think it's been interesting to see the evolution, because we've been filming these now for about a year.
Yeah.
And watching you go from your first time on the very first podcast, it was it's been a journey.
Yeah.
But I think you very quickly became very comfortable with being on camera.
Thank you.
Nice
to hear.
And today, I mean, you absolutely nailed the last one. How does it feel going from like never being on camera before to all of a sudden, you're here?
I mean, like you said in the beginning, it's just having a conversation. So like everyone does it. It's easy really, but then you get a bit frightened and triggered by the cameras. But you start forgetting about that after a while. It's
doing your own thing, and you will be fine.
Yeah, what I say to people is, I say, have you been on a podcast before? And they're like, no. And I'm like, have you had a conversation before? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, well, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's the idea. It's like just having conversations about your business in this format. And then, of course, it's in video format too, so it can live on LinkedIn instead of posting boring case studies, which in text form, which people are still doing. It's like a 1990s format. People just scroll right past those.
Exactly.
But if we can take small snippets of a great moment in the podcast and use that to make people stop in their feed. They click through, and then they come to the main site where you have a podcast section, so they can listen to the episodes that maybe fit their thoughts or questioning. And then that brings them into the business's ecosystem, and then hopefully a conversion event of some kind. They can become a member at some point.
Exactly.
So it makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Well, thank you both for taking your time to just have a quick chat.
Sure,
Thank
of course.
you.
Thank you.
I think you probably got to get on with your day, and we've got a lot of unpacking up to do. So,
all right.
thanks so much.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.